Hi, I'm Lainey.
And I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls. This week's Top 5 Wednesday is a series that you want to start next year in honour of it nearly being 2016. We really like this one because we like setting each other goals or setting ourselves goals.
Yeah. And there's so many, you know how bad I am with series. There's so many series I really want to get round to, and having a fresh year of reading is a good time to get going with some. So let's just go through our lists.
Coming in at number 5 is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stevens. I just had to ask Laura, who wrote that? She knows everything. So I really just want to read this book because I don't have a clue what it's about, but I know how much hype it's been getting, and I just fancy it, really.
My number 5 is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I've had this first book for maybe a year. I might have got it for Christmas last year. I can't remember. I get a lot of books. Yeah, this just sounds like a really kind of twisty, turny kind of series. I didn't even know it was a series when I got the first book. I know a lot of people say the trilogy kind of goes downhill, but I still really want to read the first book and see what I think. It's kind of like a psychological thriller. She dies or she doesn't die, or I really don't know what it's about. That's why it's at number 5, but I still really want to read it.
My number 4 is Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. I don't really know what this is about either, but it sounds kind of fantasy. Is it fantasy?
Yeah, it's like a fantasy. It's like set in the future, but where we've gone back to kind of a medieval fantasy world.
Oh.
It's in the future, and it like alludes to our current world, but like things have regressed.
Oh, it does sound good.
And it's all political.
I am excited for that now. These are good series that I really want to get around to.
My number 4 choice is the Young Elite series by Mary Lou. I didn't know this was a series, but the Rose Society or something? The Rose coming out soon, or it's just come out. Second book in this series. I think I got this for like Christmas last year. I have a problem reading books like a year after I get them. But yeah, this is fantasy, which I'm really in the mood for right now. Following a disease, and loads of like teenagers have these powers, but it's still like rooted in high fantasy, which just sounds really good. It looks pretty quick as well, which is nice for a fantasy read. And yeah, hopefully I can read this one this year and really enjoy it and get round to the sequel.
My number 3 is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, because I have Shadow and Bone, but I've never really felt the impulse to read it yet. I bought it because I had like a Warstones voucher and the cover's pretty, and I'm really in fancy at the minute. And Six of Crows, just, I don't know why, but it just sounds better. I feel like because it's his second series, it may be better. I don't know. People say that they prefer to read the other one first, but you can read them both separately, so I want to give this one a go. But I probably will read Shadow and Bone and Ruin and Rising, I think it is, like next year as well.
My third choice is the Luna Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. This has had so much talk and hype recently with winter coming out, and I've had Cinder for like 3 years or something stupid, like a really long time. And it was like when I first started watching booktube before our channel, I remember everyone talked about it. Everyone talked about like Cinder and Scarlet. There was only 2 out at that point, so I have both of them because I've been like, ooh, I love this series. I've just never gotten around to it, and I don't know why. It's like gone from my mind that I even own it anymore. So I want to try and make an effort to read it this year, because even if I don't like it, I just want to have tried it and have an opinion rather than just being like completely out of it and never getting around to it.
My number 2 is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I've had this book for a couple of months now. I remember buying it at university. Oh no, it might have been last year. I've had it for a long time. I just really like it. It's like fantasy again. It's probably got a large like female protagonist who's gonna like take my heart away, and I'm gonna love and I'm gonna base my role model on. I just really like the premise of this book. It's huge because it's a silly American copy, and I'm trying not to hit Laura with it, but it looks really good. But it's not a number 1 because my number 1 is I really want to read it.
My number 2 is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I didn't realise this was a series, but the second book is coming out in 2016, I think. And I just wanted this as soon as I heard about it in February. I bought it pretty much as soon as it came out, even though I was really busy with uni and know I wouldn't have time to read it. But I never got around to it in summer when I did have loads of time, because that's just how I do. But this year I really want to get around to this because it just sounds amazing. It's like fantasy and parallel Londons, and it's just everything I want in a book. And I've heard really great recommendations from loads of our friends who say like, pick that up next, and I still haven't. So I want to read this and the sequel in 2016.
The book series that I most want to read in 2016 is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I haven't watched a TV series. I just know that it's like Game of Thrones, high fantasy, but with hot Scottish men. And, oh, That's good. That is good. I'm just really excited. I mean, I want to finish Game of Thrones as well, but because I've watched a TV series, nothing is a surprise. And there's a lot of words. And there's a lot of words in Outlander, but it's going to be new and fresh and exciting. I just can't wait to read it. I really want to read it.
My top series that I want to start and finish this year, well, 2016, we're not there yet, is the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, because last year I got back into the Mortal Instruments series, really started enjoying it, but a lot of people say that in the ending it's nice to have read this like in release order, because this finished before Heavenly Fire came out, and then there's just like little hints looking back between the books, and I want to pick up on those hints because they're not really the books I would reread, I don't think, because of how many there are, so I kind of want to get all of it the first time round. So I want to read this next and kind of take it in turns between the Mortal Instruments series, hopefully finish them both this coming year, but especially I just want to get going with Infernal Devices because Amy wasn't a massive fan, but I think I might prefer it because the problems I have with Mortal Instruments I feel like I won't have with this. Maybe. I just really want to get around to it.
That's our top 5 Wednesday of series that we want to start in 2016. If we've missed any vital ones that you know we haven't read, let us know down in the comments.
Really like making these kind of bookish resolutions. I think we're going to do a whole video where we kind of say the sort of goals, reading goals and general goals for 2016, because it just gets me really excited to read, and hopefully then like in 2017 we could look back on our goals and see how we did, because that's not something we did this year and I kind of wish we did, like to look back on how we've done.
We hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!